Santosha yogis. Welcome to my living room. I will be guiding you through a yin yoga practice today. You will need a prop for one of our poses. So I recommend, if you don't have a block, grab a blanket, fold it up, grab a towel and fold it up, grab a couch cushion or a pillow, get creative. So just one prop will do for our class today. And then just come to sit in a nice tall seat. You can sit up on your block or prop of choice. Root down evenly through both sit bones. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Draw your shoulders back and down away from your ears. Close your eyes. Begin by bringing your awareness to your breath. Without changing anything, just start to notice the natural rhythm of your breath. Begin to notice the rise and the fall of each inhale and each exhale. Start to notice how the air feels moving in and out of your lungs. Feel your ribcage expand with each inhale. Feel your ribcage contract with each exhale. Don't try to change or alter your breath in any way. Just acknowledge it exactly as it is today. As you continue to focus on your breath, take a moment to acknowledge any thoughts that may be distracting you or taking your attention away from this present moment. Calmly observe each thought without any reaction or attachment. Acknowledge it, accept it, and let it go. Come back to your breath. Instead of struggling to control or restrict your thoughts throughout our practice, simply allow each thought to arise. When it does, acknowledge it, accept it, and let it go. Always returning to your breath. I'll invite you now to set an intention for your practice today. Your intention can be anything you're working towards, any reason that brought you to your mat today. Could be to find balance, patience, or flexibility, maybe to cultivate more positive energy in your life, maybe just to relax. Whatever your intention may be, use it as a reminder throughout our practice. Stay grounded, stay mindful, stay present in this moment. Focus all your awareness on your intention. We'll take 3 deep breaths all together. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it go. 2 more, great big inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Last one, deepest breath of your day. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Slowly, gently blink your eyes back open. We will move into our first pose of the day, which will be a butterfly pose. So if you are sitting up on your prop, you can stay there if you like. I'm going to stay sitting up on my block. And just bring your feet out in front of you. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Let your knees fall open to the sides. Sit up nice and tall. Root down through both sit bones. Find length in your spine. Keep that length and just start to lean forwards with a straight spine. And round through your lower back, round through your middle back, round through your upper back and your neck. So this is butterfly pose. couple options here. If you do find it hard to roll forwards, once again, sit up on a block. You can also bring your heels a little bit further away from you to find a little bit less intensity in this pose. Or you can bring your heels a little bit closer in to find more intensity in this pose. So whatever feels good in your body, just find a comfortable place here and start to relax. So in Yin Yoga, we hold each pose about 3 to 5 minutes. That said, if you ever feel any pain, any pinching, you feel like you'd like to come out of the pose, please listen to your body. Come out of the pose early. Also, if you feel like you'd like to stay in a pose for longer, feel free to pause the video, stay where you're comfortable, or just skip to the next pose and remain wherever feels good to you. This is your yoga practice, your time for you, so listen to your body. Do what feels good to you. As we start to settle into this butterfly pose, start to bring your awareness back to your breath. See if you can deepen each inhale and lengthen each exhale. As you start to relax a little bit deeper here, start to notice how your breath feels, expanding your body with each inhale and allowing your body to relax with each exhale. As you're ready to come back up, press your fingertips into the mat in front of you. Slowly, gently curl yourself back up. And with the help of your hands, gently bring your knees back up to center. Plant your feet in front of you. Plant your hands behind you. You're welcome to stay seated on your prop or remove it. And then just take some gentle windshield wipers with your legs here, letting your knees fall side to side, taking a little back bend, a little twist. And the next shape we will move into is called square pose. So you can start out in a seated position, just a regular crossed leg seated position. If you feel more comfortable sitting up on your prop, by all means, listen to your body. And then we're just going to bring our feet a little bit further away from us here. So you want your right shin in front of your left for this side. So move your feet away from you until your right shin is square with the front edge of your mat. So this might be enough for you here. You can sit up tall and round forward over your right leg. You should feel a slight stretch in your outer right hip. If you'd like a little bit more, come back up And you can stack your right shin on top of your left shin. This isn't for everyone. If your hip is really tight, you can place your prop or a block underneath your right knee for a little bit more support. You can also place a prop or a block underneath your left knee if your left hip is bothering you. So once you've found your comfortable variation, you can stay sitting up tall, or you can slowly start to round forwards over your legs. So try to keep your shins stacked parallel with the front edge of your mat. And just start to relax here. One final variation is if your knee isn't floating here, you can place your prop in your lap for a little bit more support here and then fold over this way. If you have sensitive knees, try to keep your feet flexed to protect your knee joint. So in Yin Yoga, because we hold each pose for so long, the goal is not always necessarily to go deeper into the pose, but just to remain in the pose for the entire length of time. So find your comfortable edge and then relax into stillness. Allow your body to open as it becomes more relaxed. So you're never pulling or forcing yourself into any pose. You're simply finding your edge and relaxing. As you start to relax here, start to bring your awareness back to your breath. Try to lengthen each inhale, lengthen each exhale. As you're ready to come back up, press your palms into the mat in front of you. Slowly bring yourself back upright. With the help of your hands, gently uncross your legs. Plant your hands behind you. Plant your feet in front of you. Take some windshield wipers here. Just letting your knees fall side to side. Getting some movement back into that right hip. Take your time and we will move to the other side. So same options here. If you feel more comfortable sitting up on a block, then please sit up on your block or your prop of choice. And we're going to come back to cross-legged with our left shin in front of our right this time. So make sure your left shin is in front. And then just start to walk your feet a little bit further away from you. so that your left shin is parallel with the short or the front edge of your mat. Sit up tall, then slowly start to lean forwards over your left shin. So if this is good for you, you can stay here. If you'd like to stack your shins, come back upright with the help of your hands. Just stack your left shin on top of your right shin. Try to keep your feet in line with your knees. Keep your feet flexed if your knees start to bother you. And then you can use your props as needed on this side. So your sides might be different. This side is super tight on me, the other side is not. So that's completely normal. Sit up nice and tall here. And then start to round forwards. Or you can stay upright if that feels better in your body. And just start to relax here. So we're not forcing our foreheads down towards the mat. We're lengthening the crown of our heads towards the front of the room, then relaxing down. So as you start to settle in here and bring your awareness back to your breath, start to think about lengthening your spine with each inhale, then relaxing with each exhale. So lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Relax down. Continue to focus on your breath here. Taking long, steady, calm breaths in. And long, steady, calm breaths out. As you're ready to come back up, press your fingertips into the mat in front of you. Slowly, gently bring yourself back upright. With the help of your hands, gently uncross your shins. Plant your hands behind you, feet in front of you. Take some more windshield wipers here. The next shape we will move into is called caterpillar pose. So you can come to sit facing forwards on your mat. Stay where you are. And just extend your legs out in front of you. So either feet together, feet hip width distance apart, or feet a little bit wider apart if that feels good to you. I like feet close together, and then sit up nice and tall. Find length in your spine. Make sure you're rooting down evenly through both sit bones. keep the length in your spine and start to lean forward. So roll forwards on your sit bones and round through your lower back, round through your middle back, round through your upper back and your neck. And this is caterpillar pose, so a nice seated forward fold. Options here. Once again, you can come to sit up on your prop. If you find it hard to round forwards or your hips are super tight or you have sciatic pain, sit up on your prop. If your hamstrings are super tight, take a gentle bend to both knees. Place a prop underneath your knees, then round forward. Final and third option with your prop to make it a little bit more restorative. If you've got a pillow or big enough blanket, you can bring your prop right up against your belly, sit up tall, and round forward over the prop, using it as a little bit of a support so that you're able to relax a little bit deeper. Once you've found your comfortable variation here, start to come back to your breath. So feel your upper back body expand with each inhale. And allow your body to relax with each exhale. As you start to relax here, bring your awareness to any places in your body that are still holding tension or gripping or tight. As you start to notice these areas of your body that may habitually hold tension, see if you can start to relax those areas. So make a conscious effort to acknowledge any tension so that you are then able to release the tension. you're ready to come back up, bring your hands beside your thighs, slowly, gently curl yourself back up, one vertebra at a time. Remove any props. And then just come to lay down on your back. So for this next pose, we will be using our props. I will be using a block just to demonstrate where we are putting the prop, but you can use anything that you've got available to you in your home, a pillow, a folded blanket, some books, a towel. Get creative. We're going to move into a supported bridge pose. So come to lay on your back. Plant your feet on the mat, heels close to your bum. Grab hold of your prop and press into your heels, press into the backs of your elbows and lift your hips up. So this is bridge pose. Grab your prop, place it directly underneath your sacrum. So it's not down underneath your bum, it's not up under your low back. Somewhere right in the middle. Might take a couple tries to find a good resting spot for your block, and then just lower down onto the block or prop. So feel free to readjust as many times as you need. You should feel completely supported by the block. So your hips are supported at either end, your sacrum is supported in the middle. And then once you've found a good spot, feel free to just take some gentle movement with your hips here, massaging your SI joints, loosening the tension in your low back. If any time you feel you need to readjust your prop, please listen to your body, readjust as necessary. And then options here, so you can leave your legs exactly as they are. You can walk your feet to the outer edges of your mat, let your knees fall together in the center. Or you can start to send your legs out long. So if you feel any pain or any pinching, just bring them back in. And just start to breathe into your belly here. So because our hips are above our heart's above our head, this is a mild inversion, which means that we are breathing in the opposite direction. So your diaphragm is currently working in the opposite direction. So see if you can take some very deep inhales into your belly, filling your lungs completely each time. And then slow and controlled exhales to empty your lungs each time. to come out. Bring your feet back in towards your body. Plant your feet on the mat. Press into your feet. Gently lift your hips up away from your prop. Remove your block or blanket and then slowly lower yourself back down. Relax onto the mat here. And then you can hug your knees into your chest if that feels good to you. Rock side to side gently here. From here, we will move into banana pose. So bring your feet back down, plant your feet on the mat, lift your hips up again, shift them all the way over to the right edge of your mat and lower back down. Start to wiggle your head and shoulders over towards the top left corner of your mat. Then send your legs down towards the bottom left corner of your mat. So your hips are out at the right, your feet and head are over at the left edges of your mat. You should look like a big banana laying on a yoga mat. So from here, make sure your right hip isn't lifting up away from the mat. Send your right hip back down towards the mat. You can leave your arms down by your sides, or you can reach your arms up overhead. Then with your left hand, grab a hold of your right wrist or your right elbow. Give it a gentle tug towards the left and lower down. And if you'd like a little bit more intensity here, you can cross your right ankle up over top of your left. So once again, make sure your right hip isn't peeling up away from the mat. Roll your right hip back down so your hips are square. Start to breathe here. Send your breath to your right side rib cage. See if you can use your breath to intensify the stretch a little bit. We'll be here for a few more deep breaths. as you're ready to come back out, bring your arms back down by your sides. Bring your head and shoulders back to center. Uncross your legs. Plant your feet on the mat. Lift your hips up. Bring everything back to center. Realign your spine. And hug your knees into your chest here. You can either rock side to side, or you can place your hands on your knees. Take some big circles with your knees one way, and then the other way. And as you're ready, we will move to the other side. So plant both feet on the mat, heels close to your bum. Press into your feet, lift your hips up, shift them all the way over to the left edge of your mat. And start to walk your head and shoulders over towards the top right corner of your mat. Send your legs down towards the bottom right corner of your mat. So hips out to the left, feet and head pointed towards the right. And same options here. So you can leave your arms down by your sides or reach your arms up overhead. Use your right hand this time. Grab a hold of your left wrist or your left elbow. Give it a gentle tug towards the right and lower down. And then if you'd like a little bit more intensity, you can cross your left ankle up over top of your right ankle. Once again, make sure this left hip isn't lifting up away from the mat. Roll your left hip back down so your hips are square. And then start to send your breath to your left side body. Be on this side for a few more deep breaths. As you're ready to come back out, bring your arms back down by your sides, press into your elbows, bring your head and shoulders back to center, plant both feet on the mat. lift your hips up, realign your spine, bring everything back to center. Hug your knees into your chest again here. Rock side to side or take some circles with your knees. From here, we're going to move into our final spinal twist. So we're going to move into a 2 knees together twist. Plant both feet back down on the mat. Lift your hips up, shift them a couple inches over towards the right and lower back down. Hug both knees into your chest. Send your arms out wide like a T and gently lower both knees down towards your left. So you can leave your arms as they are. You can place your left hand on the outside of your right thigh or your right hip to intensify the twist here. You can leave your right arm out like a T, or you can take the cactus arm or reach your right arm up overhead. You can keep your gaze upwards or turn to look over your right shoulder. And then one final option, if you'd like, you can start to straighten that top leg. If that feels good to you. And just relax here. If your right hip is sensitive or your knees are floating, place a block either in between your knees or underneath your left knee, whatever feels good to you. And also try and roll your right shoulder back down towards the mat. So try to keep both shoulders flat on the mat here. The help of your left hand, gently bring both knees back up to center. Plant your feet on the mat, lift your hips up, realign your spine. Take some movement here. And we'll switch to the other side. So plant your feet back down on the mat, lift your hips up, shift them a couple inches over to the left and lower down. Send your arms out like a T, hug both knees in towards your chest. And then gently let your knees fall down towards the right. So same options here. If your knees are floating, you can place your prop in between your knees or underneath your right knee, whatever feels good to you. You can leave your left arm out by your side. You can take a cactus arm, or you can reach your fingertips up overhead. You can leave your right hand on the outside of your left thigh or your left hip. You can turn to look over your left shoulder. If you'd like a little bit more intensity, you can start to straighten your top leg. Once again, roll your left shoulder back down towards the mat. Try to keep both shoulders flat on the mat. And just breathe here. once you're ready to come back up, use the help of your right hand, gently bring your knees back up to center. Plant your feet on the mat. Lift your hips up one more time. Realign your spine. Hug your knees into your chest. And just take any last little bits of movement that your body is craving. So you can take a happy baby, a shoulder stand, a plow pose. You can continue to rock side to side. Just finding some movement here before we settle into our final Shavasana. So as you're ready, you can start to send your legs out long. Let your feet fall open to the sides. Flip your palms up towards the ceiling. Press into the back of your head. Snuggle your shoulder blades closer together. Lower back down. Tuck your chin to lengthen the back of your neck. Start to relax here. Take one more deep breath in. Allow your body to relax into the exhale. Begin to feel your body completely supported by the earth. As you begin to feel supported by the earth, allow your body to begin to relax. Bring your awareness back to any areas that you might still be holding tension, and let go of that tension. Unclench your jaw, relax your forehead, soften your face, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, relax your arms, your wrists, your hands, and your fingers. Relax your chest, relax your belly, relax your hips, your thighs, relax your knees and your calf muscles. Relax your ankles, your feet, and your toes. Allow your entire body to relax. Allow your mind to relax. I'll encourage you to stay in this Shavasana for as long as you can. So feel free to pause the video at the end. Remain in stillness, and we'll close our practice here. So bring your awareness back to the intention that you set for yourself at the beginning of our practice. Remind yourself why you showed up on your mat today. Take a moment of gratitude. Thank yourself for showing up on your mat today. In this moment, you are exactly where you're supposed to be, and everything is as it should be. From my home to yours, Namaste.